Hi guys, welcome back to Bold Babes.
We are so excited to finally start to delve into our journey with our group of Bold Babes for our first panel that is coming up. And we wanted to start by explaining a little bit about ourselves and our background and why we decided to start this little community of Bold Babes.
Yeah, so as most of you may or may not know, I am a corporate career dropout. I took the dive out of my comfortable salary benefits position in November of 2017. And since then, I have been self-employed as a yoga teacher and holistic health coach with a few other sprinkled part-time jobs here and there. And so the first few months were incredibly difficult and it felt very lonely. And I would always lean on Alyssa for just some advice and a soundboard as a friend. And within a few months, probably it must have been last summer or last spring, we started talking and we realized we were yearning for something that could bring other women together that were kind of in the same boat of this, new life of entrepreneurship, self-employment, and just kind of like living life, how you define it. So we just kind of came together to start this group in hopes that we could share and inspire and motivate and teach one another different tips and tricks. Not just about business and entrepreneurship, but just about what it means to define your life and to boldly live to your true self.
Absolutely. We saw within ourselves that we were kind of against the grain, going for what we wanted, and we're really excited and passionate about it, and it really lit us up, and we started to realize that speaking to one another was further motivating us to unlock what we really wanted to do and reach our fullest potential. And so we decided, of course, there's so many women out there doing it, so the more we reach, the bigger this community can be and the more we can motivate and lift one another up. And furthermore, the women out there who might be having this little spark of inspiration, maybe wanting to go for something but not quite ready to leap over that fear, having a space where they can come and listen and talk and hear what these women have to say, ourselves and our Bold Babes panel, they could start to take the steps that they need to unlock their hidden passion and talents.
Yeah, and I think that this doesn't just have to be in a job sense, right? It could be anything that you feel passionate about, that you're just scared to dive into for whatever reason,
Yes.
Whatever that fear is that's holding you back. We hope that through our stories, our experiences, the other Bold Babes in the community, that we can continue to uplift one another and inspire each other, that you can take that leap, that we promise that the feeling of being in alignment with your truest self feels so much better. It outweighs any fear that you could have of what's holding you back.
Absolutely. It's an exciting time because we are all really going for it in this world. I feel like we're seeing this force of energy especially with women of our generation that are just going for it. So if we can inspire somebody who has something great within them to be just go past that fear, then we've done our jobs.
Yeah.
So a little bit about me and what got me started. I was working in New York City for an advertising company, and I really did like my job and I loved my coworkers, but something felt like it was just missing. I sat at my computer screen every day, passionately working so hard, and I started to question for what? What is the meaning behind all this? Most of my life is work, and I'm okay with that, but what's the purpose? What am I really doing? So I realized at 24 years old that I wanted to do something, if it was going to take up most of my life, that I felt like I was helping people in some way. So I started to pray and ask, what is the way that I can best help people? And slowly it started to develop. It started with the yoga teacher training. It started with quitting a job that was super comfortable, as Janelle knows, and pushing past that big fear and starting from scratch, basically, moving back home to Rhode Island. And I love Rhode Island, so that was a great decision. But it was a little scary to leave, New York City. It seems like, oh my gosh, you're there. Wow, how could you leave? And I'm glad I did. I'm also a beach girl, big time. Love the city, but I need the ocean. So, side note. and starting from scratch, like starting with no benefits, no salary, and just having faith in myself and my passion and my commitment to keep working, and knowing that, okay, it's starting with yoga, it's starting with movement, but there's something deeper, and it's developing, and it's morphed into working with women to empower themselves, to love themselves as they are, and do everything each day to keep in alignment with feeling their best. And working with women inspires me to also do the same, so it's a great ripple effect.
It's the perfect ripple effect,
Yes.
really. And that's why this community is so like in alignment and just organic and natural for us to do, because like we're already doing it with each other, and then we noticed all these other amazing women in this amazingly small state that were doing it too, and so we hope that we'll just start here, and then we can continue this ripple effect.
Yes.
Of uplifting and empowering.
This is the pebble that's going to ripple out to everyone. And we really want to encourage anyone out there who's interested in getting into, whether it's holistic health coaching like we do, or if you are interested in a food blog, or like our other Bold Babe, the Lip Bunny, if you have interest in the beauty side of things, or our Bold Babe Bryce, and you want to get into the fashion world. We want to eliminate the fear of scarcity and come together and realize just because one person is doing something great doesn't mean you can't do that as well. There is plenty of room for everyone to be abundant, and that's why we wanted to create this community. When we came together in the same world, we've already started to see a shift in our own businesses and how they're growing and developing. And had we stayed apart from one another, we might be stagnant. And it's about coming together and growing.
Totally. Like collaboration is so key, and it does go to this scarcity mindset, like the fear that there's not enough, or the fear that of this like competition of, well, she has that and I don't have this, and why? It's this whole comparison wheel. Drop it. Drop the story. It's bullshit. That's not, you can't come from that space. The space of abundance and prosperity and love is the space that will empower you to continue to grow. And we promise you there is enough to go around.
Yes, absolutely. So our event is going to be on March 24th. It's going to be a Bold Babes brunch from 10 to 12.
Yes.
And
more info to come, but it'll be kind of an intimate group, so it'll kind of be first come, first serve. So we really encourage you to sign up if you're interested, because it will just be the first ever Bold Babes community event, but we are sure to have more, because this is really what it's all about, is bringing us empowering, powerful women together.
So stay tuned. Similar to this video, we're going to have a few intro videos with our Bold Babes that will be on the panel, so you can get to know a little bit about their background. So when you come, you know what you're getting into, who you're going to be meeting with, and get really excited about the questions that you want to ask them in this small, intimate, empowering group of Bold Babes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you, and definitely reach out anytime if you have any questions, comments, ideas, whatever.
We'd love to hear from all of the Bold Babes.
Yeah.
All right. See you soon.
Guys.